Suffering produces perseverance, but only if it's used right. Only if you maintain that focus on the vision. Maintain that clarity. Keep that frequency high. Man, we make break, but we're unbreakable. The story we tell ourselves that nothing happens to us, it happens for us. That man, with that philosophical approach on life, can't be beaten because he's decided he's unbeatable. Always forward, always better, bigger, faster, wiser. This is the way.
We're out here Sunday, that Iron Church. It's going to be a good one today. Out here at Live Alpha. Love this gym. You guys have seen this before. And out here with a very special individual today. One of my clients and now friends, Zack. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Good, man. And so we're out here. We're going to talk a little bit about Zack's story, his path, about never giving up on yourself, no excuses, lifting a bit, talking some shit, talking shop, acting smart, talking tough. You know how we do, man. So, yeah, Zack, introduce yourself to the people a little bit. Tell them about where you're from, your story, and kind of your path, man, and how we came to link up.
Like Taylor said, man, my name is Zack. Born and raised in Orange County, Southern California. Lived here my entire life. My parents had me when they were pretty young. I'm the oldest of 4 siblings, so I grew up playing the role of that older brother really well, man. Like, picking on my siblings. My parents would tell me I was more work than all my 3 younger siblings put together. Yeah. I had that, like, natural inner defiance in me, man. Like, I don't know where it came from, but I was kind of like the problem child. Yeah. My parents were probably worried the most about me and what my future was going to look like. But, you know, very good kid, good heart, but just kind of very self-centered growing up.
Like we all were, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like we all were.
I was very physical, athletic, always going from one thing to the next. I didn't like slowing down, but good family, man. Grew up going to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
God was always kind of like a part of my life, but was not a priority.
Yeah.
And kind of was forced to go to church. That wasn't my choice. It was what we did as a family. Mm-hmm. But, you know, that was a value that was instilled in me at a very young age that I'm grateful for, because later on in life, it comes into play.
Yeah,
you know? My freshman year of high school, May 31st, happened to be Memorial Day, fell on a Monday.
Yeah.
And to me back then, you know, that just meant a day off from school.
Yeah.
I actually didn't really understand and appreciate the significance of what that day was for.
Yeah.
You know, so thank you to everyone that has paid the ultimate sacrifice, you know.
Yeah, powerful, man.
It's,
yeah.
Like, look, I realize I'm extremely grateful for the people that risk their lives and the families that have family members that go out and protect our country. And it's why we get to live in this amazing place.
Facts.
You know? So
Facts.
I got a call from my buddies. This is my best friend, my brother from another mother. I pretty much grew up staying the night at this guy's house, and he called me, asked if I wanted to go to the beach. And so I got in the car with my dad. We're driving, and it's so crazy because he had this conversation with me, and I think it's because he knew I was kind of more of a rowdy, wild child. You know, he had a conversation with me about just being careful. Yeah. Diving, neck injuries. Talk to me about like
wild,
a spinal
bro,
cord
that
injury.
He said that, man.
Yeah, and in my head, you know, my mind's just thinking about the beach. Like, I'm envisioning,
like,
envisioning my
dude.
day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out with my buddies. There's gonna be some hot chicks there we're gonna meet up with. You know, who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna meet a girl or something. I'm like, yeah, you know, thanks, Dad. I heard you. Yeah. Hopped out of the car, and that was the last time my dad ever saw me walk.
Damn.
And we set up our our towels and stuff, and we all running in the water. We're body surfing, hanging out, having a good time. My buddy gets a call from his mom. She's on her way to come pick us up. Yeah. So we got about maybe 30, 40 minutes for her by the time she would get there. And we figure let's go in the water one last time. Yeah. And so stand up. My buddy stands up with me on the sand. We start running towards the water. I'm thinking I'm just going to dive into the wave, submerge
just
myself.
Get it done
Get over with. Rip the Band-Aid off, you know? And I remember my feet hitting like the cold sand and then the water, and then I got that chill that goes up my back, that little tingle because it's cold. And I see this wave coming at me, and I just pick this wave to dive into like I've done hundreds, if not thousands of times before. Pick it and tuck my head down, dive in the wave, hands out, and boom. I hit a sandbar.
Yeah.
Instantly, I got this weird feeling over my body, like something was off.
Yeah.
But no pain,
Yeah.
no sudden indicator to let me know what had happened.
Yeah, like an injury, just kind of.
That injury happened. I didn't even really know it happened, but for a split second when I was in the water, I was like, okay, something shifted.
Yeah.
And then I go to get up and nothing's working.
Yeah.
I'm fully conscious, didn't get knocked out, nothing out of the ordinary until I go to try to get up and nothing's working. And so my first thought was like, this is weird, you know, okay, like maybe I'm not trying hard enough. I don't know.
I'm not trying hard enough.
I try to get up again and nothing is working.
Yeah.
And almost instantly my mind flashes back to that conversation I had with my dad. And I'm just like, holy shit, I think I just broke my neck.
Yeah.
And then my next thought is, this is like a bad dream or something. Like, this can't be my reality.
This is not happening.
This is not actually happening. I'm gonna share this because this is not something I've really ever shared, but it's funny. And I think it's good to use humor. Like for me, you gotta laugh about some certain things. And I can, looking back, I can laugh about it now.
Yeah.
When I connected the dot that I was paralyzed, my first thought was like, shit, I'm gonna die a virgin.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
yeah.
I've never I never really had a girlfriend growing up, and like, as a 15-year-old boy, like that's all you think about, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, man,
powerful first thought, man.
My first thought, for a split second was like, I'm gonna die today, and I'm gonna miss out on that. I've never done that before, man. And so I'm like, I'm dying today at 15 years old. There's no way.
Damn, you were having the serious deep thoughts.
I was accepting that I was gonna die that day.
That's a gnarly reality.
Because I knew the type of person I was, being like a jokester, a prankster. I figured my friends would just see my body floating face down, and just think I was messing around.
I was just like, I can't fucking breathe, dude.
And then by the time they realized something had happened, I would have inhaled water and drowned.
Damn. Series of thoughts you had in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was probably, that's insane.
Yeah, and so I did, the only thing I could do was hold my breath for as long as I can. That was my thought. I'm gonna hold my breath as long as I can and just pray that something happens. And I remember in that moment of holding my breath, I said a prayer to God because, I knew about him growing up and stuff, but like I said, he wasn't a priority. But it's interesting, when you're in those moments of you have no control, you always go to him.
You revert to the higher power.
You revert to the higher power because that's all you can really hang on to.
That's all you got,
Right?
Damn.
So
I got the chills, man. That's a powerful statement.
Yeah, so I said a prayer, man. I was like, God, if you save me today, I'm going to go to church every Sunday the rest of my life. I promise. I will make you a priority. Please show up today, And after I said that prayer, I got this weird feeling on my back. Like someone just poked me. Very light, very, very minimal, but I felt something. And instantly that excited me, gave me some hope. And it was my friend who had jumped into the wave right next to me, popped back up, saw my body floating in the water, ran over to me, and a typical just teenage guy shit, just slapped me on my back to mess with me. But when he slapped me, there was no response, there was no flinching, I didn't move. And then he's looking at me like, that's kind of funny, that's weird. And then my body starts floating back out with the tide. And so I don't know if it was my prayer being answered in my friend's head, something clicked in him and he was like, okay, something's wrong. So he runs over to me, flips my body over so my face is out of the water, and pulls me out. Saves my life that day. I would not be here today without him.
Damn, have you talked to him since?
Yeah. We're very close still to this day. We kind of went our own ways for a little bit, but reconnected later in life. And he's actually the buddy that got me into UFC.
No way.
We were talking about UFC before this,
cool.
but he got me into it. And so, and keep in mind, I was probably 5'9" my freshman year, 5'10", 170 pounds, solid muscle. I was
big.
a good sized dude for a freshman. I wrestled my freshman year at 170. And my
that's big to wrestle a freshman year, dude.
Yeah, I didn't have to cut weight.
170 is pretty heavy.
That was my natural weight.
Damn.
So when he was pulling me out of the water, waves are hitting me in the face, my arms, he's dragging me out by my arms, and my body was floating in the water, which helped. But once we were getting out of that, I was just dead weight, and he was struggling to pull me out. I remember just being dragged, and we got far enough up onto the sand where I was in the clear, and I'll never forget this. I can see out of the corner of my eye, my arms above my head. And when he let go of them, they like flopped to the ground, like they weren't a part of my body. It felt like they were like 1,000 pounds. Like I remember just telling him like, I can't move, dude. I think I'm paralyzed. But nothing was coming out of my mouth.
And you could talk though. Were you up?
I could talk. I was awake, but when I was speaking, nothing was coming out. I think my body was just in shock or something.
Yeah, this is just kind of what you're thinking.
Yeah, I just kept trying to repeat myself like I can't move, and so when I hit my head, I bit my tongue, so I had some blood coming out of my mouth, and I think once he saw the blood, he like, realized something seriously up. So he ran and got the lifeguard. Lifeguard came back. I just kept repeating myself, I can't move, and so they called 911. The ambulance came, and I remember laying in the sand and hearing the sounds of the sirens coming, getting closer, getting louder, knowing they were coming for me. It was just a weird moment, man.
Yeah, because there's always something in the distance for somebody else,
right?
And now you're like, this is all happening for me.
Yeah,
this is all coming together for me.
And back then too, a lot of us, we have that mindset of like being indestructible. I'm thinking back to that conversation. I heard what my dad was saying, but my mind was like, it happens, but it's not going to happen to me. Right?
Never does.
I'm not going to be that small percent, whatever. So, and I don't remember much after getting in the ambulance. The next thing I remember, I wake up and I got this like tube down my throat, and I'm trying to like push it out. And nurse comes in and was like, I'm going to go get the doctor. Doctor comes in and is basically telling me, hey, this tube that's in your mouth is what's keeping you breathing right now. If we take it out, I can, but we don't know if you're gonna breathe or be able to breathe. If you can't breathe, we're gonna have to shove it back down while you're awake, and it's gonna suck. So blink once for yes, blink twice for no. I blinked yes, get this thing out. And so I remember just this tube like being pulled out.
Like a magician's.
I'm like, dude, this is never ending. And it's like, I'm like gagging trying to get it out. Thankfully, I was able to breathe on my own. They put like a little oxygen thing under my nose. Parents came in. I remember seeing my parents for the first time and just like crying because
they're just
instant like
so
eyes got watery because I didn't know if I'd ever get to see them again, and it made me realize how much I love my parents. It's something I didn't really think about before. I just lived my life, but how important family was to me, and they came in. I got to talk to them a little bit and. I was just smiling because I was just happy to be alive, and I was happy to see them. And then doctor has a conversation with me about what had happened. And I was told that I was in a serious injury. I broke my neck at C4, completely shattered my C4 vertebrae, which is a miracle in itself because I had little broken pieces of bone in my neck that could have easily damaged my spinal cord even more.
Done a lot of shit.
So they cut me open, pulled out the broken pieces, replaced it with a donor bone. They cut open the front of my neck, which is why I have the scar here, and it ended up keloiding, but they fused my C3 to C6 vertebrae in the front and then put the bone in the back. I was diagnosed as a quadriplegic, so that means I have paralysis in my upper and my lower body. So it's not just waist down; it's my hands, my wrists, my core. All that stuff was impacted. Most likely, you're probably never going to walk again, and this is going to be your reality for the rest of your life.
And so when your arms, you probably had a lot less movement than you had now, right?
So when I was first
how'd
injured,
that develop?
Yeah, when I was first injured in the hospital, nothing below my neck. I couldn't itch my face. I couldn't feed myself. None of that. I had to have my mom feed me.
Yeah, you could not move your arms.
Nothing below my neck. Completely just.
Man, that must have been fucking scary, dude.
It was weird, and I lost all the feeling in my body. When people see me, it's physical, right? But with spinal cord injuries, there's a lot more that goes into just losing your ability to walk. Like I lost my bowel and bladder function. I lost my feeling, so I couldn't feel if there was pressure anywhere, which could cause pressure sores. There's so much more that goes into just
all the nuanced small stuff that is.
And it's a lot of the small things that
involuntary.
Looking back, I'm like, it was a lot harder to deal with these little things than it was not being able to walk again. Losing my independence was everything. Like that was how I built my identity, was how independent I was, and I was the type of person that would have had my bags packed by the front door the day of my 18th birthday, ready to just move out and live my life. Like I would have been the first one to leave the house, no doubt about that. And so one day I'm independent, and then a split second it's just gone. And so
at a formative time too. I was thinking about your time. 15, dude, is like, that's when the world seems, you have all these options. You're not really thinking about the future, but it's endless potential, and you're in the moment. It's very light and then something like this to come so heavy, it had to have, I mean, when I speak with you, I can tell there's a lot of internal work that's happened. You obviously are extremely self-aware. We've had Zooms and him and I have communicated, and so that comes from, you can't fake that. And so that had to start super fucking early for you because you were forced to. Now you're dealing with a complete change of your physical body and having to mentally have fortitude to power through that. That's a fascinating and very unique experience that I'm sure was extremely difficult.
I got baptized in humility at a very young age.
Yeah.
You know, so doctors told me my diagnosis, and being 15 years old, I didn't understand what the severity of my injury was. Like, he told me all this information, but I'm not really fully processing it.
Yeah.
I thought if you broke your neck, you die. I didn't know you can live with a spinal cord injury. So I figured I would get better over time. Yeah. Like maybe in a month, you know, I'll start to get, my feeling's gonna come back. I'll get movement back slowly. And at some point in the future, my life is gonna go back to normal. Yeah. Not the case. Yeah. I knew I could be angry about what happened. I could feel sorry for myself and I could give up. Yeah. That's an option. And I think it would have been valid. People would have understood if I did choose to make that decision. Or I can suck it up and I can figure it out as I go. Yeah. Even though I didn't know how I was gonna do that or what that would look like. Yeah. But that option gave me hope. Yeah. And I latched onto that hope, even though it was very, very tiny. And I'm like, you know what? I can get better. I can get better. Yeah. You know, we talked about that.
Zach was the motivation behind the Bitter or Better video. We had done him and I had just spoken on Zoom, and he's like, man, you know, I could choose to be resentful, like live in resent and low vibrational thought and think about the past and what could have been or why me? And he's like, I could get bitter or better. And I was like, damn, dude, bitter or better, man. What's the best option? We all know what it is. And the other option, if you're the correct mindset and want to live an excellent, powerful life, you can't be bitter. It's impossible, right?
Yeah. And one of the things that this injury has taught me, it's probably one of the most important things in my life, is we can't always control the things that happen to us. Yeah. But we can control how we respond to them.
1000%.
So focus on what you can control, and it's going to be life-changing. Yeah. So I think that for me, that was like my first moment of kind of building this inner resilience. Yeah. And we'll talk about that.
Inner resilience, man. That's a very good term, inner resilience. We often think of what is resiliency, right? Grit, what the ability to power through, but where does that come from? Well, the catalyst and the fuel, it comes from that internal soul, your faith, your purpose, who you see as your divine vision of who you're supposed to be. It's a resiliency of no matter what happens, I'm going to keep going forward. Yeah. I like that, Zach. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I actually got the word, early on, I got the word persevere. Oh, it's on this side. Got the word persevere tattooed on my inner
like
bicep.
That. Persevere,
and that was
man.
My word growing up. Like, early on, I latched onto that word for some reason. I didn't really understand what it meant, but to me, it meant to never give up and keep moving forward. Yeah. And it was a daily reminder. I look at that word every morning when I woke up and just be like, all right, it's another day. I'm going to get through this one day. As I went on with my injury, like my faith grew actually even more. Yeah. Like, I got stronger in my faith and started really like going to church because I wanted to, and you know, trying to read the Bible and just learn about God. And there's a verse in there that talks about how suffering produces perseverance.
Damn.
And it just like hit me, man. And I realized, you know what, there's so much wisdom and truth just in that little
That's heavy, dude. That's as deep as something simple can get, right?
Right. And it's true. Like, hard times make us stronger. Yeah. Comfort is the enemy of growth. We have to go through uncomfortable times in order to build ourselves and get stronger. Yeah. So after I made that decision and I realized, you know what, I broke my neck, I lost all this stuff, but it didn't take away my ability to have a positive mindset and a positive attitude.
Damn.
I broke my neck, but it didn't break me.
Yeah, dude, I like that, man.
You know,
broken, never broken, dude.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's built this like unbreakable will inside of me.
Unbreakable.
Like if this didn't break me, then I don't know what will. So I have this like mentality now of this mindset of, yes, this happened to me, but this isn't going to define me.
Yeah, unbreakable. Unbreakable, man. Unbreakable. It's a decision. The minute you decide you're unbreakable, it's true, right? It's true. If you decide you're unbreakable, that's all it is. It's a decision. It's one decision, and then it's a million opportunities to prove that you're about that decision, right? It's like every day you're getting up. I can't imagine the days you've gotten up and been like the fucking weight of the world on you, you know, and you're like, fuck this today. And everybody's got their highs and lows, but imagine having, your physical body completely change. And now what type of low are you feeling, especially at a very young, immature age where it's like barely know how to fucking do it, having no real life experience yet, and now you're experiencing the most serious shit of life you possibly can, which is a change to your physical body and reality and daily flow. I'm sure school's different now, like, and all that stuff changed,
Yeah, I mean, this is just really raw, but like the first time my parents had to wipe my ass for me, like, it's just like, it's so uncomfortable, and it's awkward, and it's like I reverted back to being a baby in a 15-year-old body, basically. Like I'm completely dependent on someone else.
Yeah, that's all we do is raw here, man. That's all we fucking do is raw here. Everybody gets real. Dude, we have cartel members crying on this channel, bro. It's you're talking about your low moments, because I heard something. I don't know if you heard Alan Watts. Are you familiar with Alan Watts? I'll send you some stuff, but Alan Watts, if people aren't aware, he's like an old professor from the 70s and 80s. He passed away, but we got a really unique perspective, and he said, at the floor or at the bottom is the door to your highest self. And I heard this yesterday, and I went, damn, dude, like, it made me think of like Alice in Wonderland or something. Like it's at the bottom that your door to your higher self is, because in comfort, no growth happens. Like Darwin said, no evolution happens in comfort. You need external frictions. Right. External frictions are required to push the pace. And I think that's probably what you're experiencing is like, it's a shedding of ego. Like we all have, like, I don't think we can grow without like the shedding of ego, and it crops in at different times. But that was probably a major part of that, is like you have to drop the ego in terms of like who you think you are and how you get down to, okay, well, now I have to allow somebody else to help me with this so I can actually keep moving forward. Yeah.
And at the same time, like, as hard as that was for me, I was also grateful that I had people in my life that were willing to do that for me.
Good point.
Because it's a very, it's only, my parents do it because they're my parents and stuff, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for the caregivers out there that take care of people, like the nurses.
Yeah, shout out to the caregivers.
Yeah.
Shout out to the caregivers, right?
So just gratitude. I think that's also been a major thing I've learned. I feel like gratitude rewires your brain to look for the positive, even in bad situations.
Yeah.
It's kind of trained my mind to see opportunities in everything instead of obstacles.
Damn, that's good. Opportunities instead of obstacles.
Yeah.
Dude, I like this shit. Let's talk about a little bit like how this, how you started to learn what you could do. Seeing how these go on.
Yeah, so there's a left and a right. So it's a left wrist, right wrist. And say that's left.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah, and you basically kind of put it in and then tighten it around the wrist, and then
this goes over here?
So that goes, whatever is in my hand, that'll loop over.
A loop around, okay, and then so you can actually pull from the, okay.
Yep.
Pulls are probably something like, put certain light and I'll wrap it around. I'll kind of just see how that rolls. Yep. And then that's kind of how we're doing it. Just kind of like beat bopping around, dude.
Yeah, let's do it. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Look how sick this equipment is, dude.
Yeah, dude, these are
This is like some of the Gucciest equipment you'll see. And can you pull or push? Can you pull a little bit?
Yeah. So I
saw you throwing mitts with your homie.
Dude, my
the other day.
my trainer.
I saw him on a video. He was fucking throwing mitts. I'm like, damn, dude.
I love doing those punching combinations.
Yeah.
Because what he makes me do is I'll throw like 1,000 punches in different combos, but it gets my heart going.
Yeah.
Which is sitting down all day, my heart rate never goes up or down really.
Yeah.
So, and once I started working with you, and you've emphasized the importance of just like get your body moving.
Keep it moving.
Get the blood flowing. So I was like, bro, I want to just start throwing punches again.
That's a fucking smart thing. You know what I also saw you doing? What was that? The machine where you're.
So it's arm cycle.
Yeah.
It's arm cycle.
Yeah, that's good, dude. That's a really good point, Zach. Is people think it's got to be some like there's some perfect workout or anything. I mean, what are we talking about here, right? Sure, if you're getting in a Speedo on stage and actually compete, there's different things, but for me, man, I want to feel better, look a little better, and I do it for frequency management to make, to quiet the demons, man, And so, what do you need to do that? Man, you need to move, and you need to be deliberate about your food. And Zach and I started working together, and he's like, man, I'm like, let's track your macros, dude. Like, have you ever tracked macros? Helpful, right?
Yes.
Fucking helpful.
Yeah.
Are you gonna measure every meal for the rest of your life? Fuck no. But it's really helpful if you're like, all right, for this season, let me just kind of, because you start to learn quantity. For me, it helped me because I'm like, damn, I think I eat too much, or like, we just can't guess. And so I'm like, all right. Then you really start to see, dude, how to get a lot of bang for your buck. You feel awesome when you have some of that control, and you're like, well, I said I was gonna do this. You lay down at night, you're like, I fucking did it. It's very powerful, man. You start to realize, you're like, do I really need that, or can I just eat at home? Eating healthy's pretty cheap if you do it, because it's simple. Rice, some meat, some vegetables, rinse and repeat, mix and match. Go to Costco. We go to Costco, dude. I'm like, go to Costco, freeze that shit. But simplicity is super helpful, because the plates, when you keep them simple, the sauces simple, your daily movements, how you're thinking, what you're ingesting, psychologically and physically. When you start to simplify these things down, the clarity that starts to come and the simplicity of what you do strategically, when you do it in a good fucking uniform way so you're efficient, bro, just the feeling of control and clarity and alignment starts to grow. And then I go, dude, yeah, you're doing it for 2, 3 months, 6 months. Imagine doing that for 20 years. What happens to your life and your relationships and how you communicate and how you feel about yourself. It's like the secondary, tertiary, quaternary effects of that over a long extended period of time are pretty substantial. Try this, bro, with the 10.
Yeah. Can it go up higher? I want to do pull downs.
Yeah, you want to do pull
I
down?
love, because my arms never get above my head.
Yeah, let's try
so I get
it.
that like armpit stretch.
Yeah, dude.
And, oh, I love it.
Try it. Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, so now my hands
So
are-
I'm going to raise this up so you can
Yeah.
actually pull this thing, feel this thing a little bit higher. How's that feel?
even-
Is that too high?
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I was wondering how, I haven't done a workouts in a gym like this in a long time.
Yeah,
I
pull
used
that.
to work out at this gym.
Reverse a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Feel that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, let's go heavier.
Yeah, let's do it. Put it down.
I'm curious to test my strength with
Yeah,
stuff
let's
like
do
this,
it, man.
so
Pull,
definitely
try it.
more.
Watch. Pull it slow, super slow. Now watch. I'm gonna let it stretch out, nice and slow.
Go back slow. Okay.
Yeah. Go nice and slow. Pull it down. Now nice and slow. Yeah. Let it extend all the way. How's that full extension?
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, just tapping into muscles that I don't really get to tap into a lot
Back
anymore.
up a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Stay right there.
Oh, yeah.
Now pull it. Let it nice and slow. Let it extend. I'll hold it so you're not like balancing it.
Yeah.
Let it go. Let's rest right there. How's that feel?
That
Just
feels
kind of
fine,
a
yeah.
nice little stretch.
Yep. Fully let go. Let me see the tension.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude,
yeah.
I'm barely holding it.
Okay,
so
okay,
you know,
cool,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm like,
the stretch
Feels that?
feels good, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you got that. I'm not even fucking pushing. Look,
Yeah, I was curious. I'm like, how strong am I?
yeah, let's try it on the other arm. How's
So
that
now-
feel?
Yeah, it feels good. So now my left's hooked up. Once this goes back up, you have to drive me back.
Okay, yeah, I'll get you.
Test your driving
Yeah,
skills.
I'll get it. Now watch. Whoop.
There we go.
All right, hold on. Let it stretch a little bit. Man, that's not easy, dude.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be.
It's sensitive.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, all right, let it. Now let it pause a little bit so you can kind of feel the full extension of that back.
Yeah, that's the hard thing for me because
What's arm stronger?
am I right?
Yeah.
I think am I right? But I was right-handed before
Here,
my
slow
injury.
down. Let it go all the way. Here, just let it.
Okay,
leave
yeah.
it. How's that feel? That full
feels good.
extension.
Yeah.
See, so let that kind of feel that full extension.
Okay.
Then pull it,
Yeah.
and
I'm
then
trying to-
elbow path. So
Yes.
think elbow path, right? So you're pulling from that back. Let it go. Let it extend.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you fucking pull this one all the way now.
All right, yeah.
So I'm gonna let.
Okay.
So I can now pull. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm barely
Cool.
touching
All
it.
right.
Yeah. Pull.
I think one of the most important things that I've learned, man, is just to do things that are outside your comfort zone
Yeah, have
and,
to. I bet.
embrace it. You know.
What were some of the things like while you were kind of learning, because obviously the strength came back slowly, right? I'm guessing.
A little
right?
bit.
So you're like, okay, at first, you're 15, 16, and then it's like, and I'm sure you're doing physical therapy and all that stuff, and then they're getting you moving your arms? Like when did it become aware that you're like, okay, I actually can move my fucking arms and shit like that?
Yeah, it came back over time. It's weird. I don't know like the exact amount of time, but within like 6 months, I would say, or the first year, and I mean the first year, so doctors told me like, hey, you're gonna get back the most function within the first year of your injury.
Oh, wow.
So work out as much as you can.
They said that, huh?
Yes, but looking back, it's bullshit. It's
Yeah.
not true.
Yeah.
But they probably say that so you get straight into physical therapy,
Yep.
which is good.
Yep.
But I've gotten a lot of stuff back over the years, and you know, as things just started coming back, it's such a slow progress. So it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to like pinpoint, but slowly, you know, I was able to move my arms more and more.
Yeah.
I never got back. I think so. I talk with my hands, right? People are like, "Oh, like you know, you're getting movement back and
Yeah.
stuff." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I've just figured out how to use what I got."
Yeah,
So I have no function in wrists or fingers at
Yeah.
all. So I miss being able to stick out that middle finger. Man.
Yeah,
But, like,
yeah.
So my parents told me like after my injury, like I was doing hand therapy, and they're like, "You can learn to flip us off again if you want."
Hand therapy.
Yeah.
So it's actually working the actual mandibles.
And dude, it's so fine and simple, but it was so hard and frustrating.
I bet.
Because I went from being able-bodied.
Yeah.
I knew how easy this stuff used to be, and then I went to being paralyzed.
Yep.
So I had that taste of being independent
Yep.
and being able to just like pick my nose or pop a pimple.
Yeah.
And now I can't do those simple
Yeah,
things
it's like
anymore.
the fine motor skills.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna kind of bump it up a little bit. So watch, Bill. Straight back. Let it extend out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that helps
probably
when you hold this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably good too. Probably the one-handed probably good because you can actually focus in on the pull.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm always driving at the top
Try this.
speed.
I'm going up in weight, bro.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
now
that's
let
good.
it extend out.
Right.
Now pull. Let it
Making me
extend
use
out.
my core.
Yeah. Let it extend out. And now pull from. Now think about elbow path and pull from the back. Not bad, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to do like chest pulls down.
Yeah, you want to try that?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's do it. How's that feel? I'll hold you back so you
that's
don't
good.
kind of like pull it straight down towards you. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Now let it extend out. Pull it straight down towards you. Perfect. Let's
you could try a little heavier.
Yeah, extend it out a little bit. Like let it. There you go. How's that feel?
That's
now
good.
pull straight back. Damn, dude. All right, dude. You're fucking stronger than I think you realize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just kind of. I'm gonna bump it up just a smidge, bro.
Tight.
Now pull back. Damn, dude. All right, you're at 50 now. Nice and stretch. Perfect. Now coming down straight. Pull it. Pull, 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 pull. Boom. Let it go. Let it go. Nice and slow. Pull, 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 pull. Boom. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. And then we're just gonna let you stretch it out. Let it stretch. Let it stretch. Don't pull it. Let it stretch. Pull. Boom, dude. What do you find at the house that's useful? Like what do you kind of do like, or what have you done, or what have you started doing that you've kind of helped?
I mainly do that arm cycle.
Yeah.
So every morning I'll get.
You
on
have
an
that
arm
in your
cycle.
house?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Do it for 30 minutes straight every
Yeah.
morning, and that just gets my heart rate going. Weights where I'll do bicep curls.
Yeah.
My biceps are pretty strong, so I like to focus on those.
Yeah.
And then just the simple stuff like I can do like arm raises, arm circles.
Yeah.
Like air punches. Try to just get like that range of motion.
Yeah.
That's mainly my focus because I sit in the same position all day.
Yeah, range
and
of motion.
my body like molds to the seating
Yeah.
position. So I more so want to focus on range of motion more than trying to build muscle, which I want also.
Yeah,
but
that'll come.
It's just uncomfortable sitting.
That'll come.
you
That'll
know.
come with your increase in protein. And also think about resistance bands. You doing any shit with resistance bands?
I've had them before.
Bro,
I need to get them back.
they're the fucking easy button because they're light as shit. You can
Yeah.
bring them anywhere, and you could strap them to your fucking chair.
Yeah.
And use any resistance, super light, and think about what you can do with them, any direction.
Mm-hmm.
So like, think about if you strap it there and you have it wrapped around your wrist, you can kind of pull it,
Yeah.
push it,
Right.
wrap it around your fucking chest and kind of just do chest. Also pulls, dude. Wrap it
Yeah.
around a fucking door handle, fucking pull.
Okay.
Pull. Dude, I've seen dudes get yoked on resistance bands. Dead serious. That dude didn't have access to weights and shit.
Yeah.
Because you can do any angle and
Yeah.
there's zero momentum. And so it's fucking, it's all contraction
Yeah.
and range of motion.
More recently, I've been praying and asking God that I would eliminate the habits I'm doing in my life that are holding me back from reaching my full potential.
What were some of the habits that you found were holding you back?
I mean, just like, I don't drink a lot, but drinking, just like these kind of like these unhealthy habits for your body.
Yeah, just small things.
Like staying up late watching TV,
Yeah.
playing too many video games,
Yeah.
Just things that are taking away time that I could be using in a better area of my life.
Well said.
And throwing out all the junk food in my
Yeah.
house, like
Yeah.
not even having it there as a temptation.
Yeah.
So it's just these it's little changes. It's not
Yeah.
like these major big things, but it's the little ones that, like you said, they add up over time.
Those are the ones, it's at the beginning of a journey, like say you're sailing on a ship, 1 degree difference it adds up to be a major difference. You end up in a completely different continent. Right? So I start at the beginning. All right, what's that small change? Yeah, I know guys on my roster that are like, dude, I'm kind of playing video games and I probably should be studying for my real estate license or whatever. And I'm like, well, that's the thing, right? It's usually we're aware of it and we just don't do it. It's that authentic voice of God that speaks to us, goes, hey man, we bust it out and you probably should cut that out and just focus on some productive shit. And we know, but then we don't do it. But when you start listening to that voice, shit starts changing and aligning. And like with you, Zack's starting to kind of blow up, dude. I had another client that saw him and he's going to be on his podcast. And I go, you see, it's alignment. Just small changes that you're starting to show the universe and God. You're like, hey, I'm trying to be better. Yeah. And not only that, I'm actually proving that I deserve to be better, or that I'm striving to work to be better. That's better said. And those things start lining up because you're aligned. It starts to get better. You ever done a curl with a dumbbell?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good.
It's 5 good.
I almost want to say.
You want to try a 10?
Yeah.
Warm up though.
Okay. Yeah.
Warm up dude. I warm up with 5s just so you know. Well, it's because think about the tendons, man.
Yeah.
Think about the tendons and shit, dude. How's that feel?
It feels good.
That's right there.
Like that.
Try that. How's that feel?
Feels more in my bicep.
Yeah. That's it. Try it like that. You can do them hammer strength, right? You can do them fucking both sides. It works just a little bit different. Now go like this. Now turn it. Now straight up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Your biceps already flexing, dude. Here, let me try the 8.
Okay, if there's an 8, I think that might be a little
let's
better.
do the 8, dude. That 10 feels a little burly. Yeah, this is gonna be a step up.
Cool.
Than 100% more weight. Good. How's that feel?
Good.
Feel it out slowly.
Yeah. Cool.
Pull it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, dude. There you go. Keep the elbow straight. There you go. Tell them about your education, dude. That's like a piece you haven't shared yet.
100%, yeah. And I wanted to touch on that because, kind of like I said, early on before my injury, I was not an academic student. I didn't prioritize class and grades. I was not planning on going to college. College was not for me. And so when I broke my neck, I lost all of my physical abilities and realized if I wanted to build a future for myself, I had to start using my brain.
Yeah.
And so thankfully, because I wrestled my freshman year, I applied for a wheelchair scholarship that was for injured athletes. Thank you.
Yeah.
For injured athletes, and I got accepted. All right, and so after that, I got the funds for college, and I applied to the closest 4-year university, Cal State Fullerton, and got in.
Nice.
And so first person in my family to go to college.
Very cool, bro.
To get a college education.
Nice.
I got
Congratulations,
better grades.
man. That's cool.
Yeah, thank you. I stayed caught up, didn't take a year off, graduated. I had 2 of my physical therapists actually come down with a walker, and they walked me to get my diploma in front of my entire graduating class.
Damn, that's really cool.
One of my most proudest accomplishments. Graduated, got accepted, went to college, finished college, and then I had a light bulb moment about when I was about to graduate where I knew whatever I did with my life, I wanted to help other people.
Yeah.
And I wanted to find a career that I could do independently.
Yeah.
That I could also make enough money to support myself.
Yeah.
It is not cheap living in Orange County.
No.
So,
no,
so I needed to find a career that paid well, that I could do independently, and I could make a difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
And I had this light bulb moment where I had my physical abilities taken away from me, but I still have my brain and my voice.
Yeah.
So I was like, I could be a counselor or a therapist. But then I was like, you know what? Like dealing with what I go through on a daily basis, I don't know how I can listen to other people's problems. Because it's like, I'll trade you.
Yeah.
A lot of these problems aren't as big, but you can't have that mentality.
Yeah.
And so Cal State Fullerton had a master's of counseling program.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of was like, you know what? I felt like this is the path like God was kind of nudging me towards, but I didn't know really if it was going to happen. And again, kind of just throw all my eggs in one basket and figured if I got in, this is what I'm going to pursue. If I didn't get in, then that means there's a bigger door that's going to open for me later in life, you know? So got accepted, which was awesome. They got about like 400 applications a semester and accept about 65.
Damn, okay.
So the acceptance rate was pretty small, and I happened to be in one of those numbers.
Yeah.
So I was very proud of myself. Got my master's degree in counseling.
Yep.
I graduated a few years ago, and then I applied to this small private practice in Yorba Linda called Inspired Resolutions Counseling, and I've been working there for about 2.5, 3 years, just working on my hours. So in order to become licensed, you have to have 3,000 hours of direct client contact. So that's 3,000 hours of actual therapy. Once you get the hours, then you can apply for the big test. Take the test, you pass your license. So I'm working there right now, seeing clients, and it's been a completely life-changing experience. My boss, Brandon Jaffe, has been amazing. He is a good therapist. And he knows what he's talking about, what he's doing. He's pushed me a lot. I've grown so much, and man, this job that I do, it's hard because you have to be present 100% of the time. When you're listening to someone, you have to train your mind to listen, and you can't let your mind drift and wander. Like I realize how often that happens. You know, I'm thinking about like I'm getting hungry, and like I'm thinking about what I'm gonna have for dinner. And if I space out for 10 or 15 seconds, those 10 or 15 seconds could have been the most important thing that they say to me in that session. So really just focusing on like being present, listening to what they're saying. And I love it because I get to help people make decisions to better their lives.
I like that.
And I feel like this is my calling. This is my career. This is what I want to do. This is like my purpose in life.
Nice.
And so we have a small private practice. I am currently accepting new clients right now. So we're going to leave a link in the description below just to like my site, my contact.
Well, tell people what it is, just verbally, what your link is, and then we'll.
So I actually have I want to say, you know, if you've been thinking about talking to someone and you live in California, man, take this as your sign. Reach out to me. I feel like therapy, it's kind of like taboo, you know. People don't like talk about their feelings. They don't think it's going to change anything. But man, when you have stuff bottled up, or you're dealing with trauma or anything, you leave that bottled up, it's going to come out, it's going to explode, and it's not going to be good. When you talk about it, there's a release, a freeing that you get, a weight off your shoulders just from speaking some of this stuff out. So I have a Psychology Today. We'll leave that link in the description below. I have a YouTube channel, Zack Colley. I have an Instagram, Zack Colley7. So give me a follow if you want. Reach out to me if you want to talk. Like I said, I got some openings in my case right now. We offer a lot of free groups. Our center focuses mainly on teens and parents. Whether it's family therapy, individual therapy. We have an anger management group. We have a free parenting group,
which we could all probably use.
And it's
I could, dude.
It's family anger management too. You know, and it's not the type of anger management that's going to teach you to breathe or scream into a pillow. Like it's like it's a real deal. You know, it teaches you actually techniques and things to be aware of, setting boundaries, being aware of your triggers. Like it's good stuff. I even attended it for a while. You know, I don't feel like, I get angry, but I can't go punch a hole in the wall or anything. So I actually, again, like being in a chair, like there's things that I can't physically do that are good for me. That I probably would
That's
do.
a really good point, man.
If I was pissed off, I probably would smash or break stuff when I get angry. That's like my natural reaction. I just can't physically do that. So it's amazing stuff, man. I think therapy is really life-changing. It's not meant to be forever. It doesn't have to be forever. But when you're struggling with something and, you know, you don't know what to do, you know, go in and talk to someone about that. And so
deliberate action in the positive ways, man, is the key to pretty much all things. And especially the devil we know, man, when you shine a light on your weak points and your pain points, you can address them. Yeah, man, and here's an interesting piece of the story, which we hadn't even really touched on yet, was, dude, you're married and have a kid now. And I was thinking about that reality of like when you were laying in that hospital bed at 15, thinking your life's over, could you ever have imagined you're married with a kid with this beautiful new baby? And our babies are about the same age too, you know, not too far apart. And the girls are outside waiting for us in the parking lots and stuff, dude, which is great.
Dude, no way. I could have never envisioned what my future was going to look like when I was laying in the hospital bed. I never thought I would get married. I didn't think I would fall in love. I didn't think someone would love someone in a wheelchair. You know, I was focusing on all the negative things.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had these like negative thoughts of, you know, what kind of person would want to marry a guy that can't open a door for them, that can't physically protect them.
Yeah.
You know, I can't put things together for her. Like I got to ask other people to do those things. And so, no, I didn't really think that would ever be something that would happen.
Yeah.
And I'll be celebrating my 2-year wedding anniversary in October this year.
Amazing, dude.
You know,
amazing.
Have a baby. She's 7 weeks old right now. Just loving life, man. I'm also a stepdad.
Dude, life's booming, bro.
Yeah, life
booming.
is thriving, man. I feel like I've accomplished more in my life right now than I would have accomplished in my entire previous life.
How old are you right now?
30.
Dude, that's crazy, bro. How fast, like, what, 15 years? And you brought up, I mean, it was your the 15-year anniversary this last Memorial Day, and what was it? It was
I had my daughter.
Dude, I got the chills, bro. The synergy,
weekend.
the synchronicities, the weekend, the 15 years before when this accident had happened, his baby was born.
So it was a special year for me because I was 15 when I broke my neck.
Yeah.
This was my 15-year anniversary. So half my life been in a wheelchair, and I celebrated the birth of my daughter in the hospital I went to when I broke my neck.
Damn.
Hogue, Newport Beach.
Damn.
So I was
Powerful.
I was on floor 7 for the babies, and then I went down where the spinal cord injury unit was.
Damn.
And I actually talked to the nurses and shared a little bit of my story.
Damn,
and then like
dude.
15 years ago, I was in this unit with a broken neck.
Damn.
Unsure about my future.
They were probably in tears seeing
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
dude, and it just like, fuck. That's God, man. That's such synchronicity. It can't even be chance, bro.
Yeah. Never stop, man. Never give up.
Never stop.
Don't let those negative thoughts overwhelm you. You never know what you're going to accomplish if you never try.
Unbreakable, bro.
Unbreakable.
Dude, I love this, bro. Dude, thanks again, dude. That's how we do it, man. Once again, thanks everybody for coming out.